Reform Jersey, public meeting, town hall, this Thursday. What's it about?
Well, the Chief Minister has lodged a proposition to the States that's due to be debated not this week but the week after, so just the week after this meeting. I think it's probably the most fundamental change to the way Jersey's governed since ministerial government was first introduced. He's basically proposing that he, the Chief Minister, should have the power to hire and fire his own ministers and also bind all of his ministers to collective responsibility, so they will no longer be able to vote on issues how they want. They will have to vote together as a group how they collectively decide. Now, Reform Jersey, which was originally set up to campaign for greater democracy in Jersey, is really concerned about this. We think that the implications for what this could mean to our democratic system are quite serious. It's basically taking power that is currently held by the Assembly and putting it in the hands of one person, and we're not asking for any more accountability to correspond with that extra power, which is quite a fundamental point of democracy there. And this is being proposed without any public discussion really whatsoever. There haven't been any public meetings, there hasn't been any real consultation.
Referendum.
No referendum, anything like that. And when it's something so significant like that, you just can't have an island community like that, a government go ahead with something without talking about it at least. So we want to give the public an opportunity really to hear what it's all about, to make sure they're well informed so they can form opinions, and to get those opinions out there so the states, when it comes to voting on it, will have some sort of idea of what the public think.
The Clothier reform suggested ministerial government, but it also suggested democratic accountability, the counterweight. The establishment, I'm afraid, just took ministerial government because they wanted to have the levers of power over the state. They're going to concentrate power even further into the hands of a chief minister, and they haven't yet delivered the accountable, reformed electoral system which is supposed to create a really democratic chamber. That hasn't happened. Option B was a complete gerrymander, and the situation is we're going to an election and nothing has changed, and now they want to concentrate power even further.
Talking of option B, it's quite a surprise Senator Balash hasn't asked for a referendum on this P33.
Sure, yeah, it is picking and choosing. Referendums at the end of the day are just a tool for a government to get the answer they want. You don't ask a referendum if you don't know what the answer is going to be. So I think this is just something that they would want to get done quickly, no discussion, try and keep things as uncontroversial as possible, which is why we're taking this opportunity to actually put it out there so people can learn about it and people can express an opinion on it, because it is important.
So what do you hope, or what do you think this public meeting is going to achieve, if anything?
Well, it'll be an engagement with the public because we want to hear their views, and the roving mic will be out there because I personally think within the general culture of Jersey, there is a great deal of concern about further concentration of power within the hands of a few when there isn't the democratic checks and balances on the other side. And to our meeting, we've got a specially invited guest. We've invited former Senator Stuart Sivray, precisely because he was one of the ones who created the checks and balances of the current system that kept the Chief Minister in power. We want to hear how that was developed and why.
Yeah, well, it's all about engaging with the public. We don't have programmes like Question Time, like they've got in the UK. Something I think Jersey would benefit from if we had that sort of thing here. The media don't go into these sorts of things in any depth. They don't scrutinise it anywhere near as much as they should do. The only people that's really left to are backbenchers like myself and Deputy LeCornu, and this is where it needs to go. It needs to be taken to the public. It needs to be put out there. People need to be informed, because that's one of the things about democracy. If you're going to exercise a vote, you're going to form an opinion, you need to be as informed as possible. And when people are informed, I think you're more likely to reach the right decision at the end of the day, and that's important.
Okay, so what type of format is this meeting going to take?
Well, we've got myself, Sam Mezek, and we've got our invited guest, former Senator Stuart Sivray. Then we'll be throwing it open to the public to have their views on the particular topic.
It's not just going to be asking questions like a hustings normally. It's the public will actually have an opportunity to speak without making a question. It'll be chaired properly, so we'll make sure people are sticking to the point. People won't be going off on one. We'll be talking about the subject at hand, and people have a bit of leeway to talk about the things that connect into it, obviously. But it will be a real chance for people to actually stand up and say what they think.
It'll start at 7:30. We're going to finish at 9 o'clock. We're going to chair it tightly, and there'll be plenty of opportunity for people to speak, and there'll be plenty of opportunity in the future because there'll be future Reform Jersey meetings to which people can attend.
Well, that was going to be my next question, if you like. This is all very well and good. Your two newly elected deputies. Reform Jersey is very new. Is this something that you're going to continue? Is it going to carry on, or is this just a one-off meeting?
I think engaging with the public is fundamental. When you have a system like we do, where every politician is an independent, there's too much work to running yourself as a politician to be able to, I think, effectively engage with everybody, particularly engaging with specific sections of the community. You can only really do that if you're organised, so you can set up subcommittees that go to do a specific job. The whole point of Reform Jersey is we want to engage with the public. We want to encourage, particularly the people that don't vote in Jersey, we want to encourage them to come out and vote. I'm a big fan personally of public meetings. I think they're a good forum for doing this sort of thing. Soon Reform Jersey will be holding another public meeting, which will be our sort of official inauguration as a political party, where we'll be inviting people to come and find out a bit more about us, get on board. They may want to contribute policy to us. Some may even want to stand as candidates. But I think we need to develop more of a political culture in Jersey where this sort of stuff happens more often and people are included at all stages along the political process.
Reform Jersey is attempting to address the issue of the 70% voter abstention. The fact that people don't vote because they don't think there's any point in doing it. Reform Jersey as a political party will engage, will make it very clear that it stands for the interests of working people, and they will understand that and come and get involved and start voting and improve our democracy.
All sounds very good, all very positive. Engaging the public and engaging the 70% who abstain from voting is all very good. So Thursday 7:30.
Yep, absolutely. Town Hall shouldn't go on any later than 9 o'clock, would have thought, and we hope people will come and have their say.
Deputies, thank you.
See you there.
Thank you.